Everybody, morning from a good old Kiwi land, hashtag Suitman in the house, and a good to see you. First live stream today, Pulsechain, Hex, and of course Pulse Hex, that's coming. So we're going to talk about a lot of cool stuff, stock market, crypto market, and of course Rackham Rochelle's poll is closed, so we're going to see what the results were for that. We've got Hex daily stats coming up, as well as a few extras, so it's going to be a bit of fun. We're going to have a bit of a roundup here, very, very cool. Now, if you missed out on content yesterday, we did cover the Hex, also the Texan token yesterday in our second live stream, and did a few cool things in the first live stream, so you can go back and check some of those videos. That's who's in the house at the moment. Hex.com, folks. If you're new to Hex, check out Hex.com, and there's over 100 content creators, so plenty of stuff to get there too. Hex.com, and of course, if you get Hex at the moment, you're getting a copy on Pulsechain when it does launch. So it's 2-for-1 deal, so it's pretty good. Let's get into a house. We got Element Hex in the house. Hey, brother, good to see you, Element. We've got a poll up as well, actually. I just remembered I just posted that. What are you buying the most of at the moment? Fun poll. Obviously, some of you might be buying all those, but of course, the poll only gives you 4 options, so I can't go buying some of all of them or whatever. We've got Hex, Maxi, Hitron, and PLSD. Get in there. Let's see what the results are at the end of the live stream. QQ's in the house there. Hey, QQ. I can't wait for the next bull market, says QQ. Yeah, how long's the bear market going to be? It's going to be interesting. We're going to be. That's why we're following the economy and the stock market, things like that. So we're going to get an idea of how that might influence bull markets and bear markets. Hex Force 1 has landed. Hey, Superman, just checking in from work to smash the like button. I love that. Appreciate that. Big peace out to you there, Hex Force 1. Very, very nice thought there. So it's now in the house. What's up, people? Hey, it's good to see the foreman. Team 6 in the house for the moderators. Love it. And Summer Daryl's in the house. Hey, Summer, great to see you in the house there. Whenever I see your name, I always think of Summer. I think of jumping around, maybe a bouncy castle or something. It's always fun to be out in summer. It's winter here in New Zealand, so we've had a lot of rain too, wind. So we are hashtag jealous of you up in the north there, enjoying those summer days. Fat Sammy, hi, all good to see you, Fat Sammy. Hex Token channel member too. We've got 2 of them now. It's now as well. Blobfish King, woohoo! I'm almost a tinkering turtle. Hi, all, stake that Hex. Hey, well done, Blobfish King. Yeah, what's the time to become upgrade your Hex staking class, as it were, is picking up Hex at the moment. DCAing, of course. We haven't called the bottom yet, and of course we are still waiting for possibly Bitcoin to go down. So we just got obviously that may pull down Hex to some degree. People thinking maybe 1 or 2 cents is kind of what most people have been saying. We will find out in due course. So dollar cost average. Hey, we may not get there. It's not inevitable. So it's just a bit of a difficult call at this stage as well. I think the lowest we've been is 2.8 cents, which is about, was it 94.5%, I think. If I remember right, we check that out later in the chart. Mix in the house there. Hey, thanks, Supers. Hey, you're welcome. Good to always see you in the house as well. Another Hex Token channel, man. Appreciate it. And a Fat Sammy as well. Yo. Hey, good to see Fat Sammy. And what else we got there? I wonder who clicked PLSD, says Fat Sammy. Or someone who's accumulating, that's for sure. Someone who's accumulating. Mix with the hearts out there. CJ's in the house there. What the heck is an ATM? At the moment, there is what ATM means, crypto, CJ, at the moment. So the question is, let me just pull this up here. Hey, what is this that I've got here? Oh my gosh, that's different. I've never seen that before. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, look at the Irish. What is that? I've never seen that before. My goodness, YouTube's put something else there. Yeah, so what are you buying the most of at the moment is what the poll is saying there. Hey, Hex Hodl in the house there. Hey, Hex Hodl, good to see you. And Mix at the moment. Yeah, that's true. Hex Dump says digital. Yeah, it's a little bit of selling at the moment. We'll get to the Hex price. There's no rush there. Mix, they had a funny out. Turtle Power. Yeah, we love turtles. Tinkering Turtles. We have quite a few turtles that watch this live stream. Brett's in the house there. Hey, Brett, good to see you. Woo-hoo. Big thumbs up to you too. And PLSD says digital substance. Yeah, it's definitely one we're watching. And TB in the house there. Bishop, yeah, TB with the hearts. Nice. All right, so let's jump from Hex.com. Check it out if you're new to Hex and want to become part of the community. Then get into it. And we've got Discord in the video description if you want to hang out as well. Now, let's get into some of the news here. We've got the markets, of course, after Independence Day. We've got markets there. Dow Jones went down 129, 0.5%, just under 0.5% there, 0.4%. S&P 500. Remember, Dow Jones is the industrial average. The top 30 industrials. So just remember that. They got the S&P there. That's up 6 points, just up slightly. And Nasdaq up 194 points there. A lot of tech firms and stuff. That's up almost 2%. So a really big rally there with the tech stocks. The S&P 500 VIX, the VIX is the volatility index, and prices move up and down. Volatility, getting a bit more fear in the market. That's pretty much flat. Although I'm not sure if that actually opened because it's pretty flat there. Maybe it did. Of course it did. And then we got dollar index there is up slightly. So dollar up there slightly. The commodities. Let's have a quick look. We've got crude oil at $100 and Brent oil at 104. That's actually was down quite a bit, as you can see. It's up over 112, so that's actually down quite a bit, although it did go up a little bit today. So we got up 7-8% there on Brent oil, and it's closed. West Texas there, oil is up 1.5%. That's still open there, so cool. Right, so nice. Let's get into some of the comments here. The Dow ended the day off session lows Tuesday, so I'm going to actually increase the size of that. Oh no, I'm not. That's too big now. All right, so the Dow ended the day off session but lows Tuesday. Oh, that's terrible. The Dow ended the day off session lows Tuesday. Okay, it's not the best writing. As a tech-fueled bounce kept losses in the broader market in check and eased the hit from a rout in the energy stocks after oil prices slid on growing fears of recession. So why would the oil price go down? Pretty much because recession means lower GDP, lower demand for energy. That's kind of the idea there. So here's so everything in green is like a good thing. Big tech helped the broader market stage a late day bounce off session lows as dips buying in mega cap tech stocks like Alphabet and Meta platforms led the gains despite Barclays' warning of a perfect storm in digital advertising amid rising competition and slowing digital ad spend. So that was pretty much it. Semiconductors, so like PC chips and things like that, also ended the day positive as a surge in NVIDIA and advanced micro devices helped improve sentiment on chip stocks in the wake of Micron Technology's recent quarterly results that flagged headwinds for chip demand. So here's another positive thing here. In green, the inversion in a key part of the Treasury yield curve that stoked recession concerns reversed in late day trading to help lift the sentiment. So that's actually pretty positive. And of course, the 2-year Treasury bond rate, so imagine a 2-year period, briefly jumped above the yield on the 10-year Treasury note, so a much longer, 5 times longer period, marking a key inversion in the yield curve that usually signals trouble on the horizon for the economy. So if you hear people talking about that inversion across there with interest rates, that's because it may indicate trouble on the horizon for the economy. And recession fears, so this is kind of a neutral place here in yellow. So recession fears have been gaining momentum following the Atlanta Fed's GDP forecast. We covered this the other day, by the way, calling for a 2% decline in the second quarter. So obviously, if we get 2 quarters in a row with declines in GDP, that is a technical recession. So that would be 6 months altogether. So the first time we did have a decline. So we had following a 1.6% decline reported in the first quarter. All right, so we had that first quarter. If we have a second quarter in a row, that's a technical recession. And technically, recessions on average last maybe about 18 months, but they can be longer. So that's just taken into account. Another decline would place the economy in a technical recession. So that's kind of the neutral statement there. As investors return from the 4th of July holiday, sentiment remains uneven as market participants continue to ping pong between fears of recession and concerns over high inflation. So we've talked about that we're expecting volatility in the future, so no surprises there. Energy stocks were the biggest drag on oil prices, slipped more than 8% on bets that recession would weigh in on energy demand, as I said earlier. We're going to jump through some of these others. The slump in Treasury yields weighed on bank stocks with just over a week to go until major Wall Street banks kick off the quarterly earnings season. So we'll look forward to that when that comes up in a week's time. As the fears of recession mounted, growth corners of the market, including consumer stocks, were the outperforming sectors on expectations that the Fed may not deliver aggressive interest rate hikes to bring inflation under control. This is probably unlikely to happen, but it's green because it's a positive thing, but unlikely. There we'll probably see that get smashed and smashed out there. So that's pretty much the update in the stock market and a bit of economy stuff there. Now the other thing is the Federal Reserve minutes are coming up. of its most recent policy meeting on Wednesday. So look forward to that. So it's coming up Wednesday. It's already Wednesday here, but Wednesday US time. And the report could shed light on the policymakers thinking about rate hikes in the future and whether the Fed would back off its signs of inflation decelerating emerging in the data. So definitely watch that. You could hold off doing any investments until that comes out because that's what's been really rocking the markets is hawkish or aggressive interest rate rises. And the first one we saw was 0.75 percentage points. So remember that if we get another one of those at that level, even though the market kind of knows that the market's still uncertain because they don't know whether they're going to be dovish, in other words, have a 0 to maybe 0.25% rise or 0.5 to more hawkish there with the 0.75 percentage points increase in the Federal's fund rate, right, which is that interbank settlement rate overnight that the banks have. So that's pretty much it. So there's a couple other things coming up there, but that is key. That's the key. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick update. Nice and easy peasy. We're going to get into the crypto market. So hold on to your hat. Let's get into some of the comments though. We got the sappers in the house. Wait, what's this thing all about? Sounds a biffy. Not sure what that's about. As long as at the moment it's not a new sacrifices. Yeah, that's true. It's not. The Sappers says all over Twitter. Yeah, that's a bit clearer. All over Twitter, some dudes pushing on airdrop called Wait. Yeah, I see that. The Sapper. They want me to cover it too. I have no idea. I've seen it a couple of days ago, but I don't know what it's about. Wait seems to be an airdrop for all PLS and PLS exact. So I think that's probably what it is, but I have not covered it at all. I'll have a look at it. And before I ever cover it on here, wait, we'll see how it goes for free PLS sacrifice. Yeah. We're going to get a few of those, of course, a few airdrops to sacrifices. Dave Down Under says, you never know when the devs are going to call RH, give them the news, it's done. Dave Down, I just think there's a lot of testing to be done, is my view, if they've rewritten the code. So I don't see that too soon. The Sapper says, just the way it was pushed sounded a bit off. Might not be, yeah, probably. We've got to be cautious with those things, like you say there, the Sapper. Suppose there'll be many new drops. Indeed, there will. They waited and got in. Yeah. Exile says, well, don't be the first one. Let someone else be the guinea pig. Yeah. 4 more weeks, says Mix. 4 more weeks. Hey, everybody. Good to see Stevie D in the house. And TB as well with the 5555. So, yeah, we love that. All right, so cool. Let's get into the crypto. That is the stock market. So, not too bad. Bit of a mix in the stock market, but not too bad. And BTC at 20,175. Down slightly on yesterday, 24 hours, and ETH at 1132. But nice move back over 20. That was pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. So not much to say about that. We're going to jump over to the quad charts. Hex is at 3.35, so just over 3.5 cents. And of course, it just drifted off that 3.9. We just won't. It's funny how it keeps getting up to this like 3.8, 3.9. And it just won't go over 4 cents. Just won't go over 4 cents. Isn't that funny? Look at how many times that this gets up this high. 4 times in a row, and even more. If you think about 1, 2, we'll take that 1, 3, 4. These are on the hourly charts here on Hex. So it just gets up to about this high, but this won't get over 4 cents. This crazy thing. And then we've got Hedron at the moment. We've got Hedron at the moment at 660. And that's sort of just drifting sideways, which was one of the 2 things we said it was going to do. Obviously, it's only got a few options, but it's tending to drift sideways. But it has got a high low in there at 530 compared to 190, 175 down here. So it seems to have consolidated in that zone. In a good position to make a move up, right? In the position to make a move up. So cool. We'll watch Hedron, and of course Hedron's got ICOSA coming out. Good chance coming out in July. So we're based on Alex, but of course it might float over to August, but July was what he said. We got Maxi at 6.8 cents. In fact, we might bring up our Maximus comments up here pretty shortly, so I think that's pretty good timing there. We've got Maximus at 6.8 cents, and the premium, which has been the talk of the town, premium for Maximus is actually just a bit off. It's a little bit off actually, but after breaking out, so the premium after breaking out into a new channel, it's got support after breaking out over 82%, so that's 82%, that top orange line there, and it had a massive day, went up to 96% premium, can you believe it? And then it's just eased off there a little bit there, currently at 89%. So that's kind of where it is at stage. So looking good, and a new channel from the looks of it. That's still to be formed completely, but it's looking good. And Maximus had a few tweets out the last couple of hours. So just saying max length hex stake pool. That's true. Base will be a perpetual 1 year hex stake pool. And the team token will be Maximus DAO team member token. And that's the one that people are probably struggling to price a little bit there. Remember, it's going to have 50% of bigger pays better. It's going to have the hedron going in it from the base. And of course, so both those two from the base going into the team. And then, of course, in the future, other tokens having some of their benefits going into the team token. So that is the one. People finding a little bit harder to price in the future stuff. But the base is fairly obvious there. So cool. And of course, it is reliant on bigger pays better. They want to get that bigger pays better bonus. So maybe we'll get 150 mil, something like that. Obviously, super popular team, super popular following. Very bullish from that point of view. And, the ethos can be pretty powerful. So we'll give that a big heart out there. The other tweet that they had was up here. Rather than wasting time debating when Pulsechain, focus your energy on your pre-launch strategy, like accumulating the best assets to hold for the double. Maxi, everything's getting copied over to Pulsechain, so that's cool. Maxi, base, team, and of course to prepare for team, accumulate Maxi. Prepare for base, accumulate Hex. So good for Hex and good for Maxi. We'll give that a big heart, eh? Good a big heart there. A couple of big hearts, nice. Maxi is greater than BTC, says the Maximus team, and of course the premium there looking pretty good. I wonder what the Maxi premium will be after team launch. That's true, because obviously you need Maxi for team. So that's going to be bullish for Maxi. Where's this thing going? How high can it go? And of course, taking out Maxi off the supply is going to be pretty interesting. Remember, 30% it gets burned of the Maxi that goes into the team token, and then the rest of it gets put out for 369. So 3 years, 6 years, 9 years out there as well. It's going to be interesting on the pricing there. So that's cool. That is where we are with the Maxi. Nice. And of course, we're going to get into PLSD. So these are the 4 tokens that we've got in our poll. What are you buying the most at the moment? Fun poll. So get into that. And here we are on the daily again. We've got a green plane with Gunther flying. And of course, this is actually looking pretty bullish, I would say. And that's just interesting how it's just sort of etching up there. Have you noticed? We did get that. We've got high lows in here. Around $2.20. We were down around this 175 was kind of very strong support here. Let's actually zoom that up a little bit so you can see the full all the charts there. Look at this support line in here. Is that crazy or what? That is pretty impressive. And here we are. Where's this going to? $3. We will find out now. This project has got all great, a lot of great attributes. The only caution I would make, it's only as good as the most secure whale, right? The most secure whale. So just remember that. So that does have scarcity, does seem to have some sort of whale syndicate, obviously Gunther flying the plane and evangelizing, but it's only as good as the commitment of the whales, or at least one whale at least. But it has got the countdown going, right? So the countdown is going. So that's looking pretty good. Well, let's go have a quick roundup of the stats for that. We're going to have a quick look at the stats for PLSD because we're getting closer and closer through the. We're in the final throes of the launch phase. So we now have 5,070,000 PLSD plus about another 450,000 for the OA and the BA address, which gets that minted at the end of the launch phase. So we've got 22,589 claims so far, which is about 1 in 4 accounts. And we've got 15,365 holders of PLSD at the moment. So that's pretty interesting. The holders, let's have a look at the whales. These are all pretty similar. 65, 54, 40. We're just going to jump on the 65,000 to see when the last time they bought. 3 hours ago. Okay, 3 hours ago. They did. Looks like they traded some. There. Hex PLSD. Yeah, looks like they traded some there. But otherwise, they have been buying into there. So it's interesting. Anyway, they're sitting at 65 as well. So that's pretty much intact. And in terms of claiming, we've got a few people claiming at the moment. We've got the claim there, 25, 25. That's in the last hour. Have we got much in the last hour? Another 25. So lots of small accounts claiming at the moment. Yeah, it's really trickled off, I reckon, the claims. I think that's good, slowing down. Let's have a look at the amount of days left to go. Amount of days left to go on the launch is counting down. It's getting close, man. 23 days and 14 hours to go until this launch closes off. Are we going to see fireworks? Are we going to see fireworks on this? It's a bit of fun. This is what I call the fun token. And it's got a lot of cool attributes. Like I say, the only caution I'd have is that it's only as good as the whale syndicate commitment. Now, if they are committed and they stay committed for a long period of time, then this might actually fulfill some of those big pumpamental dreams that people have. But once again, it is high risk, high return, as is crypto generally. But not all crypto is that risky. But stable coins, for example. All right, so that's cool. That is where we're at on that one. Let's quickly check out BNB. BNB is at 230 at the moment. That's pretty flat, just down slightly. But the BNB coins, let's have a quick look at those. And then when you get into the Hex chart, a bit more detail on the Hex chart there. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Man, that's not the right direction. Pulse dodge, the original, just under 4/10 of a penny now. That's really skimming down there low. Boy, oh boy. And of course, P33, ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. That had that went down to 13 cents, currently at 15, so not having a good day there either. What else we got there? IM. Surely Internet Money is going to be able to pull us up. Hey, Internet Money showing some green candles. BNB is not lost. There we are. So we're at 667. We had been bouncing down here between 573. We're now at 667. So nice to see a little bit of a green shoot there as well. That's pretty much it for the Hex ecosystem charts. Maximus and Pulsechain launches, we're going to have so many different tickers. It's going to be insane in the membrane. Of course, we want to see Pulse and PLS and PLSX. And of course, the incentive token too, which I actually think will do pretty well for the, particularly for the first 2 to 4 months. Not sure what the emission rate is for that. It's inflationary, but it's got a deflationary emission rate. That's the way I understand it works. So we'll see. But the yield farmers typically pump those, even though that's what they're after, the mine. So we'll see how that gets on. 47 votes. Get into the vote, folks. What are you buying the most at the moment? Fun Poll, Hex, Maxi, Hedron, or PLSD. Those are the 4 ones that we cover on the ETH chain. So get into that. Now, let's get into Hex a bit more detail. Before we do that, we're going to check up on the comments to make sure I don't get too far behind. Let's jump through some of that. We're going to jump through. Stressful Stake says resistance at 4 to 5 cents is laughable. It's a joke, makes no sense. Says Stressful Struggle needs to break 0.369 to 4.2 range. Yeah, does indeed. Let's have a look here. Hey, Coconut's in the house there. Hey, Coconut, good to see you. Woohoo! Hey, good to see you, Coconut. Sandy Beach in the house with the beaches. I love it. Hex is the way. Winning RH on Twitter space was great. Yeah, it was a really good Hex is the way. I appreciate you retweeting that stuff too. Big shout out. I actually found that through your tweet, the Hex is the way. So big shout out. Sam and SB's in the house. Hi all. I'll catch up later. Hunt, what's it? Aunt Honeybee Day today. And SB 107 years old. Are you kidding me? Oh wow! Congratulations, Sam. Wish the best there for the aunt. That's incredible, really. What else there? Hello, Hex Token, everybody. Sandy Beach, love it. Trade PLSD at your own risk. Treat it as a fun bag, says Fat Sammy. Yes, that's what I would say too. So Brazology's in the house. Hey, Brazology, good to see you. Brazology is in the house. Has anybody claimed the weight token? No. People talking about it, but I haven't actually covered it myself. I actually haven't reviewed it. Only aware that it was around. That was pretty much it. Bruce hit me up in the Discord. We're organizing voice chat. Yeah, definitely catch up with Fat Sammy with the voice chat in the Discord. I think they're looking to do that soon. Hex token on a BSC. Hex token on a BSC. Yeah. Hey, D Deli's in the house there. Hello, you beautiful legends. Hey, D Deli. That's such nice words so early in the day. I love it. Dudes and dudettes. Hello, says Bob Wells. Yeah, Bob Wells, you funny guy. Hey, Bob. What else? Bob says he's bought another T-share last night and staked it for a total of $3 in gas. Gotta love that. That is awesome, Bob. That is awesome. That's awesome. We're not worthy, Bob. T-share accumulated. That's what Hex is all about, folks. Hex.com. It's about accumulating those T-shares And of course, you get rewarded for longer pays better. That's rewards the longer people. And you've got to still got to ride through the price cycles. So you see portfolio values move around, but that's what it's about, getting that yield and getting those price gains over time. That's kind of pretty much it. Cool VIP, as we say. Now, T-shares are like the ownership pool of the reward pool. There's a reward pool and a T-share pool. The T-shares own the reward pool. The more T-shares you have, which is trillions of shares, the more of the reward pool you get every day payout. And that's what we're going to talk about later on when we get the Hex Data Stats up in about 20 minutes. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's get into the Hex price on the daily. This is our chart we've been following. So this actually doesn't happen too often, but does happen where our trend reversal signal closes out. And this is what's happened. It's actually closed out. So unfortunately, no excitement there. But on the positive, we do have a higher 50% Bollinger Band. Price level is slightly higher, but we do need some green candles to start moving this thing up. So really, we're in no man's land at this stage. We do have a slightly higher low from where we were. You know, we went down to 2.8 cents. The lowest we've had so far is 3.2. But once again, we need a bit of price action there, kind of a bit of like a no man's land. And at the moment, obviously, the crypto market's kind of holding up at 20K at this stage. Be interesting to see whether a BTC can actually go for a move higher. That'd be interesting. See whether they actually move higher. That might be interesting for the Hex chart there. Bollinger Bands still fairly similar width apart. So still got that kind of range there at the moment between 4.9 and 2.8 cents on the Bollinger Bands. Let's have a look at the DMI. DMI, you can see the sort of the buyers and sellers are pretty even for the most part. Like they're pretty just sort of mulling around evenly there. No one's particularly dominating. Obviously, the sellers are dominating as absolute sense, but dominating in sense of directional. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And the RSI just eased off there. So just sitting mulling around doing not too much there at 38. Plenty of room for a good run though in the price. So let's see how we get on as well. All right, cool. That is pretty much it. And of course, Rack and Rochelle had a poll that closed, and we covered this when you first opened it, but of course, it's closed now. This tweet came out earlier. The poll is over, says Rackham, and the results are in. Guess we are going to find out which camp is right. Hex, Pulse, PLX, and of course, 0.2 cents is kind of the target there, and below 0.2 and below looks really nice. If we can get there, so it's completely conditional statement, but the poll was pretty much around 0.19 cents, especially prior to launch of Pulsechain here. So that's kind of the stuff there. Really nice. Now, obviously, Brackham's talked about doing a big over-the-counter buy a deal for at around 1-2 cents. So will he be? If it gets there, he'll be in luck. If it doesn't, he won't be, right? So that's just the way it goes. Now he's looking at very large volumes. So he can't get that in the Uniswap pool, right? There's just not enough there. Mate, what do we have yesterday? About 190 million. If he's after a billion Hex, he's not going to get that, right? So he's not going to be market buying that stuff like that. He's after over-the-counter deals, which he already did one for 250 to 450 million from the looks of it with his previous tweet. Yeah, we'll see how we get on there. He's got his exchange coming out, so no doubt they need some stuff for that, liquidity for that. So often exchanges have people say, "Come, we're going to open up, deposit your Hex on this day," right? But they may be self-funding a lot of that too, having Hex peers in there playing their own Hex positions on their exchange. Now they're going to have a stock exchange as well. I'll be signing up to that pretty quickly. Stock and crypto exchange, yes, I'll be in for that one. So there it is. So cool. We've got the now you may be wondering why I think about the stocks. Well, there's actually one or two space rocket stocks I want to buy. So that's the reason why I'm talking about that. So Hex USDC there. That's what the price that he had at the moment, at the price, which is pretty similar to what we've got at the moment. The poll, though, was this one. This was the poll results. I have a question for my Hexicans. Do you think we will see a Hex price of 0.19 prior to Pulsechain launch? Please vote and comment. I would love to hear why you feel the way you do. And of course, it's got 58% went for yes. It will hit 0.019 cents. Remember, the low so far is 2.8 cents. So that's basically another cent below that. No, it will not hit 0.19 cents before Pulsechain launch, and it's 42%. So basically, 6 in 10 people, and the votes were 1,943 votes, so not too bad at all in terms of that. And was it 3 and 5 people there, or 6 and 10 people, or 3 and 5 were voting in favor of the price actually hitting that lower price. Now, obviously, no one really knows where the price is going to go at this stage. And it really does depend on the market, although we are got recession fears coming up, volatility, Fed interest rate rises, things like that are driving the stock market and speculative markets, which crypto still is a speculative market, for the vast majority of assets. And so yeah, we've still got that under the bridge to go. We're still expecting at least Bitcoin to go down if we're holding to Richard Hart's 84% pullback of 11K. So still got we're not quite out of the weather there, but nothing is inevitable. So that's also true. All right, so that's kind of cool. What does someone else say? So come and stake it says, so should we go with what the minority of people are saying, right? Because the majority is never right. Lol, about right, says Rack and Rochelle. Yeah, so 60% of people may be wrong, but they may be right. The sentiment's in their favor. I think the trend is in their favor at this stage, but nothing is inevitable. So cool. That's pretty much it from Rack and Rochelle. We're going to get into the whale bot as well and check out what's happened in the last 24 hours on the whale bot. Let me just get rid of that comment. I'm trying to get rid of the comments, but sometimes I fail. Let's get into the last 24 hours. I don't think we've had many transactions here in the last year. Let's have a look here. So here we are. So what else we got there? 23 million X in staked after 40 days. There's one of these short-term stakers. Anything less than 90 days. It's kind of those short-term, big, large stakers. There's one of those from the looks of it. 20 million in staked after 32 days. What else we got there? Scrolling through some of that. That's it. No action on the whale bot. How about that? So cool. And we're also going to find that we haven't had much action on the Hex daily stats. We haven't over the last 10 days. We haven't had a lot of penalties coming in over the last 10 days. So it's been pretty interesting, bar one day. So we'll get up to that soon. We're just past midday here, so we've just switched over from day 946, and we're now on day 947. We've got a base hex rate per T-share of 6.133 without any penalties, and of course we're going to get into day 946 when it comes up. We're only got day 948, so it's going to still be a while away. Let's get into the charts. Go back to the charts. I'm going to close down some of these sites. Let's get back to the charts here. Bam. And we're going to finish on that, get into some of the comments. So let's see what people are saying. We're going to pull up this as well. Let me just get into there. We're going to have all those charts in play. All right. What else? We got Hexicano Scotty's in house. Hey, Superman. Nice. It's good to see you, Hexicano. There's going to be a voice chat apparently in the Discord, so definitely get into that. Discord is here. Now, if you haven't got the link's in the video description, and they will be running probably a general voice chat in here, by the looks of it. So with Fat Sammy, it's now and a few others, Brazology, I guess. If my laptop operates, I'll say hello in a voice chat. Nice. The Mix says, I'm here now if anybody wants to chill. Nice. What else have we got? Wait till after the stream. Yep, that'll be the voice chat in there. Are you guys excited to get your free weight airdrop for all PLSX sacrifices? Well, no, I don't think people have done the due diligence on that yet. Other projects are also eligible, assuming you sacrificed on ETH or BSC, says mentioned. Yeah, we haven't seen much of that, to be honest. What else there? Not yet, mentions. Haven't looked into it yet. I haven't looked into it either. So, the contract is being reviewed by Pulse Police. Cool. We'll wait for all that stuff to come out. Isn't RH 11,000 call now 12, 15? No, he made a comment about 14 with regards to the money printing. But of course, we do know that the Fed says it's supposed to be reducing its $9 trillion balance sheet. But it's been a bit of a mixed bag there. Can't wait to see the results. Yeah, we'll wait to see the results on that one. That is what I heard him say, Dave down there. That's right. Right, cool. Welcome everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash the like buttons as well. We've got a poll on at the moment. What are you buying the most of at the moment? Funpole, Hex, Maxi, Hedron, or PLSD. Those are the 4 main ones we cover on the ETH chain here on this channel. And of course, we can't wait for PLS and PLSX. Man, I'm just thinking about it. So cool. Now, I was going to say we only just hit 4,800 subs, and we've managed to rocket up to. Took us a couple of days to get to 4,800 subs. Remember, we were going back and forth. It was the silliest thing. But we managed to jump up to 4,850 subs. So a big thanks to everybody that's just subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe button as we head up towards 4,900 subs. That is our next target, 4,900. Woohoo! Let's go. So cool. What else was I going to say about that? Let me see. Got some comments in there. That's probably it. So cool. I see Dave Dunner has got a comment on there too. Very nice. All right. So getting to the poll. Man, what is that thing? All right, crazy. Okay, cool. Yeah, don't forget to smash the likes as well. Hit the bell for future videos. Uni says 35th like. Nice one there, Uni. Appreciate that. Big shout out to you. I think that was pretty much it. So yeah, to get into Discord, links in the video description. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Smash the bell. Share the channel around if you can. And of course, if you want to join as a channel member, hit the join button. We've got Pulsechain, Hex Skins, Richard Heart Club, 3 different memberships. I'll be looking at a new membership format coming up soon, so check that out. All right, cool. Now, we're not just covering Hex and Pulsechain and Pulsechain and all the Pulsechain projects, but we'll also be covering, we're doing a lot of stuff around macroeconomics, geopolitics a little bit, not too much, but a little bit there, and stuff like that. So if you like to look at all that stuff, it's important, especially with the volatility coming into the market. So we'll be doing more and more of that in the future. Let's get back to the charts. There we are. 3.5 cents on Hex, 671 on Hedron, 6.6 cents on Maxi. I might switch Maxi to the premium actually because it's a bit cooler to watch. That's what we're kind of looking at there. 89% premium, and Pulse Dodge there 305. Setting up for something. Is it setting up for something big? 23 days to go. Almost 3 weeks left in the claim phase. If you've got Hex T-share stakes on the 20th of April, you would have qualified for that. So cool. Bob Wells says, did you see the photo I posted, Superman, of you cheating with the Superman cup? No, I did not cheat there. What it was I was drinking Spider-Man's tears there. I was drinking Spider-Man's tears. That is Spider-Man's tears in that cup. That's what I was drinking there. But that's funny. That's funny, man. Nice capture there. Nice capture. That's insane in the membrane. Send this to your friends that call Hex a scam. Also show them the tech, not just the memes. So there we are. Nice. Arrow replay final. Replay final. Happy replay final. Really? All right, cool. Let's pull in a little video. We're waiting for the Hex data stats to come out. So they're coming out shortly. Let's get into some of these cool things. Let's play this one. We always like to play this. I like it. Love it. It's my favorite. I love helicopters. Let's go.
The craziest part of the helicopter is when he does his turns and you're like hard to the right, hard to the left. Just, you know, I don't know, maybe he thinks it's more fun than just kind of like going like that. You can tell how far up we are because the trucks that move all of the land and the earth around doing mining and stuff, they look like little Tonka toys. They're like little yellow dots. When the engine stops, you die straight.
The pilot has a heart attack. Who's jumping in the seat, me or you?
You, because you're closer. And you've flown on an airplane before, so it's you. True. I'll complain though, from my side. From my side, I'll be complaining.
Watch that mountain.
So cool. Always love that. It's kind of a cool video. I love the helicopter stuff. Now I can't wait for the highest stakes, to be honest. I think it's going to be very popular. Richard says it's really amazing. So really awesome or something like that was his phraseology. So looking forward to that big time. Imagine if he had watched it and he said, "I don't like it." It's pretty crappy. That'd be funny because remember they got complete creative autonomy, so it's going to be pretty interesting. The other thing, of course, High State's going to have a 30-piece music score behind it, so I believe that's going to be awesome too. So nothing's being left unturned. I reckon Michelle was also talking about he wanted if there was a narrator, yeah, man, the words here, I don't know, narrator, that he was willing to pay big money to get a famous person. And I think that's pretty important. Always get that famous person on there. There's a couple of people that do that, isn't there? That well known. What else there? Volcanoes have delayed gratification before they blow up, says Uni. That's true. That's true. Sitting in chat alone to come and say hello, family. That's in chat there. You're talking about in chat in here. In there. What else? I'm not sure if you meant that, but hey. Uni Max says that background music is quite intense, says Uni. Yeah. They have had probably the one area I think they have had a few comments on is the music score. But for the actual thing, I think they've got a whole score coming up there. So some of these little promo videos, people have liked some and not like others. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag on that point of view. Voice. Are you in voice? I don't see you in voice. Are you in voice? You're in which voice are you in? Oh, you're in private channels there. You're in the wrong voice channel there. That is for a private Hex Token channel members private chat. This is the general chat. I think that's where they're going to go for the chat. So you might want to jump out and get in there, Maximus. That's the one there. Cool. Now let's have a look. A bit on the welcome here. We've had a few people yesterday. We had a Jack come into Discord, AJ Head, trading with Dan, Stevie, Bees, and Own One Eye there. Apparently there was a fake Superman in there. We've had like 3 or 4 of these, and of course they got deleted. So that's unfortunate. The real Superman is hashtag 9055. So that's my number. Don't wear it out. Don't wear it out. All right, cool. How are we doing for time? 5 more minutes, I think, before the Hex Daily Stats comes out. Yeah. General chat. Yeah, definitely general chat. No. Danke. Wie hast du? Das ist welcome. Welcome there. Hello. Hey, J-Man, good to see you in the house there. There can only be one. Yeah, there can only be one. That's true that. So we've got Hex Daily Stats coming out in a second. Let's watch another one of Richard's awesome videos. Let's get into it. Bam.
So there is no such thing as perfect security. Perfect security, you have a ratio between the amount of effort you put into being secure and the amount of effort that people are using to attack you. And then you have what's called attack surface. The more places that you have to secure, the less secure a thing is. Hex was more easy to secure than a lot of things because it has a limited number of functions, and most of those functions timed out. So for instance, if there was a flaw in the referral program, that doesn't exist anymore. So it doesn't matter. If there was a flaw in the adoption amplifier, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't matter. And so by restricting the number of functions and making the code immutable so that it can never change, it allowed us to be extremely secure, which is why we've never had an inflation bug. We're extremely resistant to inflation bugs, but Bitcoin's had several inflation bugs. Monero's had an inflation bug. XLM's had an inflation bug. Ravencoin's had an inflation bug. Coins have inflation bugs, which basically means you can mint as many free coins as you want all the time, but my coin doesn't. It's a superior design. Now, Pulsechain, we're using the most secure software that's out there already, which is Ethereum. It's never had an inflation bug. And we're fixing a lot of things. The code that is Ethereum isn't perfect, and we're making it better than what we got. Yes, thank you, Internet. Thank you for making me think about times I've cried. Aren't you all wonderful? I think last time I cried when my dog died. So I had a little Chihuahua and had stomach problems and was old. I think she was 11, and then that's it. You're like, that's about 80 for a dog. Now Chihuahuas can go to like 13 sometimes, but this one just didn't do it. So sucks, you know. Bring him to the vet, and then you leave without your dog. Your dog's not with you anymore. So glad I'm wearing glasses. Fuck you, Internet. You don't get to see me cry again based on your easy question. Yeah, like it makes me sad. Like, the stuff that I love keeps dying. So maybe I can chuck enough money at medical research that that happens less often. We'll see. I'm not sure what a world of 100-year-old dogs will be like, but if I can find out, I would like to be part of that.
That's funny. That's pretty funny, that one. Hey, so we've got the results out. What are you buying the most of at the moment? Fun poll. 75% people said they're buying Hex the most at the moment. 10% Hedron, 7% Maxi, and 7% PLSD. And of course, Brazil says, I'm glad Hedron bet PLSD there. So we've got 10% over 7%, yeah, on Maxi and PLSD as well. So interesting there at the moment. So that's what people are looking at. So cool. That was kind of there's a little surprising results in there that poll, but interesting. That's surprising, but also bullish. I think that's very bullish. Burke says, "Can I change my prediction to December the 9th?" Well, we haven't added that. We haven't added that on there with the Pulsechain predictions. We will go into there actually. Let's do that. I think we've still got a minute or two. Yeah, we haven't got the results out yet, so we're gonna go pick that up in the Pulsechain price predictions. If I can find it. Oh, I don't even know where that's gone. No, it's not in there. I'll have to do that later. Let me take a snapshot of your comment there. I'll change that later on for you. We aim to please that. Where's that gone there? Okay, cool. I'll do that after the live stream there. Cool. What else there? Still, RH is right about the dogs. That's true. What is the second one people are buying? Remaxi. Yeah, second one was actually Hedron. Yeah, Hedron, Hex, Hedron, Maxi, and PLSD were both equal, which was interesting. That poll result's not what I expected to see. We got 68 votes there. It wasn't what I expected to see, but that's what we got. Miss Beach. Yeah, Miss Beach is in the house. All right, cool. Waiting for the Hex daily stats to come up. In the meantime, we've got the result of Hex at 3.5 cents. Hedron at 6.71. 89% premium on Maxi, so it's just dropped off a little bit there, but still up higher than it was broken out. So I'm going to break out on the premium, and PLSD there at $3.05. Looks like it's going to do something. We will definitely be following that as well. We're going to play one more video while we wait for the Hex daily stats to come out. Let us get it. We got the last video. Did I play that one? Where else have we gone there? No, we did that one. I do like that video. That's a good one. Let's play this one. That's cool.
I think cryptocurrency is one of the few things in the world that could really return power back to the people. Every year you get less and less choice. Your money's worth less and less. Your hours get longer. It seems like almost everything's getting worse. And crypto is one of the few things that lets you extract yourself from that horror. You can participate in the world's highest performing asset class. You can participate in trustless peer-to-peer revolution in finance where, there's no banking hours. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's you and the code. Nobody else can stop you from cashing out. Nobody else can stop you from doing what you want to do. And, when you give people the power to create good things, they quite often do. A lot of innovations come from cryptocurrency. There's things you can do in crypto that you can't do anywhere else in the world. And I'm proud to be part of that revolution.
So there we are. That's one of my favorite videos. Not the dog dying one. That's not my favorite one. But I do like those other videos. All right. So we're not quite there with the Hex daily stats. Not quite there yet. But hey, that's just the way it goes. We're going to play one more video. I'm sure we'll get there with the Hex daily stats. And this is my other favorite video too. So we might as well play it. Here we go. The good old chunk of toys. Nice.
That's the biggest truck I've ever seen.
What the fuck? Wow. You're driving the baddest monster truck you ever seen in your life. Most monster trucks, they got two wheels in the front that turn. This one's got four. Four 54-inch wheels turning in the front. Another four in the back. This is an 8-wheel monster truck. It took 5 years to build. It's got a 6.6 liter single turbo diesel engine running 25 pounds of boost with a Allison 1000 gearbox 6-speed. This is a bad bitch. If the global zombie apocalypse or pandemic is coming to rain on your parade, this here will get you out of trouble. But it's not so good for getting McDonald's. It's really hard to get around, It's good for bumping your head.
Well, that was pretty badass, and I thought it was funny, Fat Sammy. I didn't even see your comment when Chunker Truck in Iceland, sir. Yeah, that was just funny. I never even see your comment, but I played that. That was hilarious. Bob Wells says, "Have you guys read about Rags and Heartbeat's Texan token?" Yeah, we covered it yesterday in our second live stream, Bob Wells. So if you want to go back and check that, we actually played around with the liquidity pools, did some staking and stuff like that. So definitely check that out. Actually, would it have turned over today? Maybe it has turned over today. Let me pull that up because it may have actually turned over our stake period. So we'll have a quick look at that while we're here. Let me just log on first. Let's have a look here. So let's connect. We're going to have to go back to here. We're going to have to go check our stakes on Texan token. Let's see whether we turned over. No, nothing's available yet. So we've got 4 stakes we made on Texan token on the testnet on Pulsechain, and we've got no scrape or interest yet. But it might come up later on. But we will definitely follow this up. We've got a 4-day stake, a 30-day stake, a 365-day stake, and a 22-year stake, 8,036 days. We actually put 100,000 out there all the way, so that's pretty hilarious. Actually, let's quickly check out. Let's check out the price. See where the Texan has gone up, whether I've got wrecked, whether they got wrecked or not on the testnet. Let's have a look here with that as well. So that's pretty funny, actually. Let's bring up the Texan price. Now, yesterday it was up like 9,000% because obviously it's going from nothing pretty much. Let's see whether it's how well it's done there. It's not on the first page. Let's have a look there. It's on the second page, number 13, up 246%. Am I rich now? Am I rich? I bought well over $1 million, but I still bought at a bad rate. Like it already gone up a lot, really high there. Let's have a look what that's worth. 16,000. I think that's up a lot. I think that's is it up a lot? I think it is. One Texan worth 9 PLS6 there. I think that is up a lot. Let's have a look here. 1-1. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe 1 PLS6 Texan. I think that is up a lot. I think that is. I'll have to double check what my price was yesterday, but I think that might be up quite a bit. So cool. So I may have made a lot of Contra Grants. Actually, is that pretty similar to what? Oh no, that is up because I ended up staking, a bit of it too. So I've ended up staking all this stuff on the Texan token. So we'll be watching this. We'll be scraping some interest when it comes and all that good stuff as well. So we've got a stake ending in 4 days. So we'll be able to mature that stake. We'll be able to scrape interest off our long stakes. We've got our big long stake, the 100,000. I've still got 870,000 Texan in the balance there. So hey, I'm a bit of a Texan whale on this here. We'll see how we get on. But remember, there's in the real thing, there's was there 3 trillion that's going to be floating around, something like that. And we think that the rate gets, if we scrape, the rate gets reset. Is the way we think that works there on the table. So yeah, how many people they got on the Twitter? They were at 56 yesterday. They got 126 now, so they've doubled the followers there. Still growing there. So cool. We'll see how they get on. Have we got any other comments in there? 5 hours ago. Join our movement for independent self-determination. Texan token is first of its kind endowment token launching on Pulsechain. Airdrop for PLS sacrifices. All participate in the donation phase soon. So the donation phase not out yet there. Learn more at Texan, blah, blah, blah. So cool. All I was going to say, there is an airdrop for PLS sacrifices as well. So that's positive. Yeah, so yeah, once again. But of course, you can always get some Hex too, right? You can always get some Hex and push the Hex price up as well at the same time. So, and you get a copy on Pulsechain. So the way to go. We're checking on that when we get some scraped interest there. We'll scrape that interest for sure. Here we are. We've got day 946 off the press there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Cool. We're going to get into that now. Lots of comments there. Bob says, I'm still researching it. I watched their stream this morning. Nice. Sounds interesting. Iceland is the best, says Pulsechain. It is. It looks pretty amazing. That footage is going to be great. Kids in the candy store. Yeah. Is Hex created to do well? It is indeed, Jay Perry. It in the bear market. Well, obviously it's not immutable. It's not immune to pre-market prices. That's also on the Hex.com side. If you see it, PJ Berry, the big retraces are in the game for the price there. But over time, the key thing is to eat up that circulating supply, and we're going to be doing. I'm doing a whole video on the circulating supply. It's coming up. Yes, I am. Iceland is awesome. It is indeed. Hex is simply the best. Yes, the design is very special on Hex with the share rate. We're going to talk a bit about that now. I bought some and staked it today for fun, says Bob. Yeah, nice one, Bob. You and me both competing there with the scrapes. When everything is down, Hex goes. Is down, Hex goes up, says JP. Hi, JP. Welcome. Definitely welcome there. Bob Wells says, I'm staking until 82. Nice one there, Bob. T-share rate stayed the same. It didn't increase. So we're looking at the results. So we got, let's get out of here. We've got a few things here. We got the 5th of July is the results. Day 946 is hot off the press here. We've got a price of 3.489 cents, down 8.5% there. So really moving around, plus and minuses all the time. Hex payout 6.154 per T-share. So if you got a T-share, you're getting 6.154 Hex per day. Share rate just under $800 there, and pretty much a dot day there on the T-share rate, as Brazilji pointed out, 22,903, heading up towards 23,000 pretty much. Average stake length is 6.6 years, and the APY there, annual percentage yield, 38.66%. This is what we've been watching very closely. We have jumped back. So we're at 207. We went down to 173 million. Now we're back up at 200 million there. Of course, we want to get under 100 million. That's where we want to head to there. So we need quite a bit of money to do it. Yesterday we needed about, what was it, 4.6 million, 4.5 million, something like that, to get to 10 cents. So it's kind of gives you the idea of how much US dollars needs to go into the pool. At the moment, we're still sitting at 11,366,000. So that's cool. As long as we don't go back under 10 million again, that's pretty important. But hey, we got 1,021 ETH. Let's have a look out. We're going to T-shares are up 12,900 more T-shares. So some nice staking there. And we're at 10.4 million still in the T-shares. I'm going to scroll along some of this. Scrolling. Stake percentage 9.43% of all Hexes staked. Penalties, like I say, pretty low. And you can see they're pretty low every day, which is a positive sign. It doesn't mean the price is not going to go down further, as you can see, but it does mean that we're not getting a lot of people early in staking, things like that, and dumping and so that sort of carry on. We've had, which is pretty a bullish sign if you think about it. And we've got only one day there that had decent stuff, and we've, quite a bit of that's been some good accounting stuff. The stats here are completely botched up here. I don't know what's happening on this at all. But these are the numbers here. So we're still over 470,000 there total holders. But the important ones are the current stakers. They're at 46, so we're at 97,410. This will be slightly higher than staker at numbers. The difference, I do not know why. Changing current holders up 48, and we're sitting at 305,425 current holders. You can see this number on the Ethereum Block Explorer under the Hex contract. So you can confirm that, and you can see this number here, total holders, on the Hex.vision site. So I'm not sure what's happened with the something's gone wrong here. So cool. That's pretty much where we're at the moment. And these are the current stats, live stats at the moment. So cool, as we say, cool. Welcome to day 947 as we head towards 1,000 days in the Hex. 1,000 days going to be pretty cool. And of course, 1,095 days will be 3 years in the Hex journey. Hey, will Pulsechain launch around then? That'll be December pretty much. So will it happen? That's going to be interesting. There's a lot of things, highest of stakes at the end of the year. Pretty good time for Pulsechain launch. I don't know. The earliest I see Pulsechain launching is October, assuming they've finished writing the code this month, say, and then get it all tested. Take a couple months to test, I guess. That's kind of my expectation. So kind of October is like the earliest. When will it most likely launch? I don't know. There's also my speculations there. We will find out. We just have to wait and be patient, really. Cool. What else we got there? I think that was pretty much it. So there's the prices, 3.5 cents on Hex. Hedron at a 676, looking a bit better, getting a bit of a support in there. 89% premium on Maxi, and Pulse Dodge there at $3.05. So bit of a mixed bag. Bit of a mixed bag there on the charts. Just the way it goes. Just the way it goes. All right, we're up to on the comments there. Let me get into else there. Just come up on an hour too on the live stream, so we might see where we get on here. A couple comments. Andrew Reynolds in the house there. Appreciate the Testnet coverage. Don't know any other streamers who look at Testnet regularly. It's a good thing. Highlight Testnet is alive, and everyone should check it out. Absolutely, Andrew. I'm 100% with you on that. I cover the Pulsechain fairly regularly because I'm yield farming on there, and we definitely cover that. So I harvest our yield farming, and we often go through that. You're quite right. Yeah, probably the only channel regularly doing that. And of course, we do have a yield farming on Pulsechain. I do encourage other streamers to, every so often bring in the test nets so people can see and play around with that. Because you want to keep it in, at least in the front and center at some stages. What else I was going to say? Yeah, the farms there. We actually got some Pulsechain there. How much have we got? I've actually harvested this a little bit the other day because I ended up selling it and buying Texan token. That's how I got my Texan token. I also sold some. I've actually got liquidity. I'm in liquidity pool for Texan token and PLS, so I provide liquidity, not just bought it and staked some of it. So we kind of did a mixed bag there. We got $1,000 worth of incentive token. We might as well harvest that while we're here. That's a good point. So we're harvesting our incentive token here. Normally I recycle that, but I might just leave the incentive token there today. We have got 103 million LP tokens for the PLSX, the peer, as you can see there, with 896,000. We're almost back in the money. We're almost back in the money there on that. So we're slightly out of the money at the moment with the permanent losses there, but we're almost back in the money. So cool. That is pretty much it. I think we'll leave it there. Let's jump over to the prices down, and people still ask. Yeah, it's true that. This will help adoption, in my opinion, and maybe draw. Maybe draw. Am I that far behind? I can't believe it. Maybe draw and more projects who realize Testnet is around on right now. True, Andrew. I agree with that. Bob Wells says, "Superman, you are getting wrecked on Pulsechain again." Says Bob Wells. Am I? I'm not sure what that means, Bob. Not sure. Wrecked. I'm not sure. What are you guys talking about there? Howdy all. I got a question. Read the amount of coins. Bitcoin 21 million total minted for another 100 years or so. The emission curve is really slow after most of it comes out. So yeah, it goes all the way to 2141, I think is the last end of minting there. But the emission curve really falls off on the old Bitcoin. Most of it comes out in the next, probably 10 years in the Bitcoin, and the emission's really low. Just over 80 million mined so far. Last BTC gets mined 2140. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Matt and Brother says Hex pre-mined and given out to stakers. How many are pre-mined in total? Because that has a limited to. Yeah, we're sitting at about 640 billion at the moment on the Hex total supply. Lies Beneath, how are you today? Hey, good to see you, Lies Beneath. Hex, PLS, and PLX for the one. Absolutely, that is the ultimate strategy. Maxi channel, and that's what we do. What else we got there? Yeah, that's right on the Bitcoin. Yeah, precisely. Cool. Yeah, I knew Bitcoin was something like that, but what else were the Hex numbers? The Hex numbers. Yeah. So when Hex originally launched back in the day, I did a division by Hex, what I expected Hex to be, divided by the number of Bitcoin to get the ratio. And that's what I first did way back then. It was hilarious, and it's still pretty true. How much I think total supply over total supply numbers. We've got Crypto Heartbeat in the house. Woohoo! Hey, Crypto Heartbeat, congratulations on your launch of Texan token. We covered that on our second live stream yesterday. It was a bit of fun. I thought it was a very good launch that you guys did. So it was pretty cool. Hex wasn't pre-mined. Yeah, Hex wasn't. Yeah. A lot of the inflation was up front for Hex with the big payday. And of course with the AA lobbies. That's where most of the inflation came up the front there. And actual inflation up to 3.65 is being kept down by a couple of mechanisms. So actual inflation is way lower. I think Wales only has around about 1.6% on this chart, although I haven't seen that chart for a few months, but it's probably about that. And of course, 50% of the penalties goes to the origin account. So you kind of see that like a low effective inflation. And of course, inflation on inflation gets deferred out into the future as well, with long-term staking at 6.6 years. So there's quite a few mechanisms that actually lower the average rate of inflation, meaning that Hex is kind of a low inflation environment as well. What else we got there? There was a daily auction. True that, says Briz. Good morning, good evening, says Christos. Hey, good to see you, Christos. Perk says, I just want 2 cents, Hex. Yeah, well, it seems like 60% of the people in Raccoon's poll wanted 2 cents too. And of course, Raccoon Rochelle was talking about buying over the counter large purchases at 1 or 2 cents. So we'll see. Matt and Barley says, not trying to stumble people here or be negative, just a serious thought. For sure, that's years away, but still a thought, you know. What's up? Crypto Heartbeat says, what's up? Matt and Barley's good morning. Hex and away. Hi. And everyone at Cool Crypto Heartbeat is here. Yeah, at cool. Crypto Heartbeat's here. Oh no. You got Charles Carroll says, are you a supporter of Hedron to purchase now? Do you worry about the sell wall of all OGs constantly dumping? Charles, I don't really give investment advice. I just talk about the charts as they were. So as the charts are saying there. So you know, if you're going to buy or sell, it's really up to you. Obviously, it was just my opinions on this channel. But you know, there is a large supply of Hedron. The positive at the moment, of course, is the Acosta tokens coming up that will be able to stake that Hedron. And of course, they're also going to have burning in there as well. So another burn mechanism to deflationary. So I would definitely follow that, Alex, on that project. It's expected it may come out as early as this month, Alex has basically said. So that's also, I guess, a pump mental as well. So yeah, well worth it there. What else there? We've got Lies Beneath with the emojis. Mix says, heartbeat, congrats on launching the first Hex-centric endowment. Yeah, that's true. What's up? What else we got going in there? You kids get off my lawn, says Crypto Heartbeat. That's funny, man. What else we got there? Really power stuff, regardless of politics. Don't mess, says Mix. What else you got there? You were talking about Texan price. I remember when you first went on Pulsechain, you wrecked yourself. Pulsechain, what? Yes, Bob. You're talking about back when we did the old trade, but we made all that back. Remember, we made all that back. Although when we first went into the liquidity, we got wrecked. We went from $950,000 down to like $450,000. I think that's what you're talking about, Bob. Yeah. Fortunately, we recovered most of that. We're back to 850,000. Oh my gosh! But that's because the volume on Pulsex Testnet just fell off, right? Because not many people were on there. Yeah, he means Testnet. Yeah, we're talking about Testnet here. Oris says, "Sup, people? Hey, good Oris. Good to see you in the house." Hex Pulsex Trinity Biblical says, "Bit finesse." Yeah, I'm not sure about the Trinity Biblical stuff, but Hex Pulse and Pulsex definitely doing very, very well. As a Christian, I would never ever describe something in a Trinity. For me, it's just basically blasphemy. So that's not happening for me for sure. We can choose other analogies to describe the trifecta there. Tail 7 says, hello there, my friend. Hey, good to see you, Tail 7 in the house. KD in the house as well. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see you, KD. Seems a few hexagons are jumping. The cult and Revel is that ecosystem related Pulsechain. Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of stuff on there, Tail 7. I'm not covering it. This is a Hex channel, Maxi channel, and of course Pulsechain as well. So I don't really overcover those. Now they are looking at doing some investments, as I understand, on the Pulsechain. They have put up, I think, is it 7 ETH or something like that, 11 ETH or something. They do something like that. We have covered it once on this channel, so I don't mind covering the investment in Pulsechain and Hex, because that's kind of, or at least Pulsechain. Pulsex, so that doesn't that is relevant, but otherwise I'm not really covering those projects because we're a Maxi channel. Yo, Maxi. We're Maxi, but we've got open heart and open mind. That's it. We're open because Pulsechain's open, man. Pulsechain's going to have thousands of projects on here. All right, cool. How are we doing for time? An hour and 9, so we're not too bad. We could probably live stream it to another 5 minutes. It's currently, what time is it here? It is currently 20 to 1 in the afternoon on the 6th of July, Wednesday, 6th of July. So we're here on Wednesday, and that's how we roll. Now, there was going to be an audio chat there in general chat, if you want to do that after the live stream, get in there. It's going to be there. Fat Sammy probably, Briz, and many others. Great place to ask questions, talk about all sorts of things that you want to talk about. Really is cool. If you haven't gotten the Discord, hit the link. We're heading up towards 550 members. And of course, representing Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex on the Discord was really underrepresented. There are a few other projects on there, teams, but I think we're doing pretty well in that space. So definitely get in there, join the party. That's pretty much how it is. This is the way it goes. All right, let us pick up one more video of Richard before we get into our dance funk. Let me find where that is. Actually, I played that one. Let me get into, I think, this one here. Let's do this one. This is a bit of fun.
I mean, I guess I miss some of the food. You know, where I live now, the food is different. So you don't have like good garlic balls. What's a garlic ball, Richard? Well, it's like garlic bread, but in the form of a ball. They're delicious, you know. So what else do I miss? Seems like I played video games more. I like video games. I don't play them anymore. But back then I used to play a lot. I think that's it, I guess. Bad food and bad habits. Those are what I miss from when I had less money.
All right, I like garlic cheese balls. Whatever it was, I don't know what it was, but it's funny. I do like that. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, don't forget to get into Discord. The link's in the chat there. Fat Sammy has posted it. It's now has posted it there. So definitely jump in there for the audio there. We're gonna have that on the Discord. Remember, great community and great information. That's what the Discord's about. So definitely get into there. We've got obviously YouTube and Twitter feeds coming in from Hex Token, Gen Hex, and Heinz Crypto, 3 YouTube channels. And of course, useful links there. Everything around Hex and Pulsechain. Hex links galore on all the good links there. So everything, there's lots of stuff in there. Video tutorials if you want to practice on Pulsechain Bridge and Pulsex tutorials. We've got 2 to 5 minute tutorials there. Very cool. We've got general chat under Richard Hart tokens, price chats under Richard Hart tokens, and non-crypto chat as well. So that's cool. We've got non-crypto, and we've also got general voice chat as well. We've got Pulsechain projects risky, so we've got new tokens chat there if you want to talk about new tokens and airdrops and things like that. And of course, new token links there. We've got the list of everything in there in one way or the other. So also including the sacrifices that are running at the moment. So definitely awesome. Pulsechain news, over 100 projects listed on there, and we've got some of the ones that we've been covering as well listed there as well. Passive income video there as well. So something for everybody. If you're a Hex Token channel member on YouTube here, you've also got a private chat there for Hex Token members, and you also get a purple name rather than the standard blue name, which is cool too. But you do get extra perk there for that. It's definitely a place to be. General voice chat's going to be on soon. Hope you guys enjoy that. Let's play out some fucking music before we do that. We've got a few more comments. So let's see who is in the house for that. Thanks, Fat Sammy. Hey, Hex PLSD, good to see you in the house too. Soon you can stake too. Yeah, true. Where my peeps in voice chat. Yeah, jump into voice chat now. It's going to be in the play there. General voice chat on Discord. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. And we'll catch you later on today in about 5 hours time for the second live stream. That's how we roll. 2 live streams a day on Hex Token channel. Represent, as we say. Let's play out some funky music. That's how we roll. We're going to have our Power City core teaser and play this out. Take care, everybody. Woohoo! Rock on. Rock on, as we say. That's how we roll. Bye.